Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to talk about the death of results because of overcomplication. Paralyzation by overcomplication. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, paralysis by overcomplication. This is something that is common in the internet era, right? Just overcomplication. There's so many people out there talking about so many principles and ideas and things like that. And they can be toxic to the point where they enter into our brainium, right? They enter into our cranium, and we begin to lie to ourselves and tell ourselves that we need these things, okay? That we need these things. What we need to understand is that there are a core foundation of things we need to build muscle and strength. This is going to be our 90%. If you only use these things, that's all you'd ever need to build muscle and strength. That's all most of us would ever need to get 90% of the way to our natural potential, and let's be real. Most of you out there, if we could just get you to 90% of your natural muscle building potential, natural strength potential, you would be happy. You would be happy. Almost every one of you, right? So the point here is that the foundation principles are 90%. And everything else is just a tool. A tool, and it is an optional tool. It is a tool you may or may not need. What do I mean by all this stuff? What's a tool? What's mandatory? Here's what's mandatory. Get your butt to the gym. Consistency. Oh, well, yeah, I've heard that. I get it, right? Don't undervalue the importance of this. Over the years, I can't tell you how many clients come in and out of training, how many friends come in and out of training, how many people come in and out of training. You want to know who's getting results? The folks that are in the trenches for 5, 10, 12 straight years. Those are the people that get results. So if you take away that, you have no hope at all. No hope at all. So most people are like, yeah, consistency, we get it. No, you need to take that seriously. If you're really serious about results, you need to get your ass to the gym 5, 10, 12, 15 years straight. That's a foundation. All right, number 2, consistency with nutrition. So undervalued. So undervalued. I can't tell you what it feels like as a coach when someone messages you on Instagram or YouTube or whatever for help, and they're like, I don't track anything. Well, that's fine, but if you want specific results in the muscle building world, you need to understand what you're eating calorie-wise and protein-wise. This isn't just riding a bike around a circle, right? And getting physical activity. Building muscle and strength requires a degree of precision. You need to take your nutrition semi-seriously. So just brushing it off like, I don't track or I don't know, he, ha, ha, hoo, doesn't count. You need to have nutritional consistency and protein intake consistency. You need to be monitoring your weight on the scale, and you need to make sure you're not fat bulking, and you need to make sure you're adding weight according to what your goals are. So you need nutritional consistency or nutritional maturity. You need to be mature enough to realize that monitoring this stuff is very important, especially for the results you want. So we have our consistency with training, we have our consistency with nutrition. What do you need from there? You need a reasonable exercise volume. What does that mean? Well, if you look at over the course of a week, you want about 10 to 12 sets for major body parts like chesticles, back, shoulders, and quads. And, anywhere from 6 to 9 on other body parts. I hesitate to call them minor, but biceps, triceps. How much you do for traps is up to you. How much you do for calves and abs is up to you. Hamstrings, of course, things like that. But when you break it down, it comes to about 70 to 72 hard sets a week on average. And that probably requires about 4, maybe 3.5, maybe 3 quality days into the gym a week. And that will allow you for a quality volume. Now, on top of that, you need progressive overload. Okay, so yes, there are various forms of progressive overload. You can add sets, you can reduce rest in between sets, all these kind of things. You can slow the tempo, great. Those are all forms of progressive overload, but they have hard ceilings that you can't advance on those forms of overload forever. So the primary form of overload is overloading weight, small weight changes over time, increasing your strength, getting a lot stronger than you are now. So the foundation is progressive overload. You need to be consistent with your workouts, consistent with your nutrition, a reasonable volume of exercise or sets. You need progressive overload, and you need a reasonable exercise selection. What does that mean? Well, number one, you need it balanced. You can't just decide to do 12 sets for chest and 3 sets for shoulders, right? And you can't just do all your 12 sets for chest with like 5 singles where your buddy's helping you, and then like 7 sets of bullshit, pec deck and, whatever, isolation exercise. You need to challenge yourself with a good variety of exercises. You need probably, my basic setup is a barbell, a dumbbell, a machine, and maybe some sort of body weight or unilateral, and then maybe an isolation exercise. So you need a good exercise selection that allows you for progressive overload. So right here, we have a really good platform. We have consistent nutrition, consistent training, a good set volume. We have a good exercise selection, and we have progressive overload. Not much you need in the mix beyond that. That's your foundation. Generally, there are other things involved, but that's 90% of all you'll ever need. Now, everything else, listen to this, everything else is a tool. And optional to a degree. What's a tool? Do you need to worry about RIR or RPE, percentage-based training? Do you need to worry about drop sets or supersets? Do you need to worry about nucleus overload training? Do you need to worry about training frequency? Do you need all these things? How frequently you deload? All these things are not the 90%. All these things are highly personal. They're tools. They are not requirements. They are tools that you can use if you find value in them. Do I like doing supersets? No. Generally, no, unless it's something like dips and push-ups. So it can be on a case-by-case basis. Tools generally are optional, and tools can be used if you like them. If you like them, they will enhance your training. Because you like your training, therefore you'll be more motivated to go to the gym and train harder. Rest pause training is optional. Do I like it? Yes. Do I use it on every exercise? No. Do I use it on some exercises? Yes. Okay? Run the rack, run the stack. I like it. Do I use it every workout? No, I do not. It's a tool. It's not a requirement, and a tool can be slotted in occasionally if you want to use it, as long as your foundation is in the mix. So the title of this video was Paralysis by Overcomplication. The point of this video is all of the tools that aren't included in your foundation, optional tools. You guys need to relax. You need to stop worrying about them. They're not life or death. They're not game changers in the sense that they're not going to replace the fundamentals, the foundation. So don't worry. If somebody says you need a tool to build muscle and it doesn't align with the foundation, with the fundamentals I talked about in this video, they are full of shit. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.